What's up, my fellow creators? Welcome, guys. I hope you're having a beautifully, phenomenally blessed day. Thank you for joining me for a moment in Becky's House of Cards. Today we are going down the rabbit hole with topics with Becky, and this is to those of you guys that maybe your family doesn't accept you. And I don't know if I should say this or not, the title, but I'm just going to. If your family can't accept you, then screw them, okay? And we're going to get into why. It's not about being ruthless. It's not about being rude. There's actually a purpose to this. But before we get there, guys, please like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel down below. Set that notification bell so you always know when the next video does go live. Knowing that that is a free way to support the channel as well as to connect me with you energetically to get you guys out more resonating content, whatever that may be. And I do want to send a thank you out to anybody and everybody that has liked, shared, subscribed, commented, and who has supported my channel in any one way, shape, or form. You guys are truly amazing and it means so much. As always, here's a shout out to my OGs, my new Gs, and anybody that allows me your most precious asset, your time. As always, it's an honor, a blessing, a privilege being here, giving you guys these messages. And my prayer, as always, is that any of the videos of mine that you happen to watch fall upon your hearts in a way that remind you to use your intuition, to use your discernment, to take back your power, and to make the decisions that serve your highest journey in this here, now, here moment. So let's talk about family, guys. A lot of people's family, when you guys choose to make a change in your life, are not going to support you. And the reason being is because there's a calling now for a lot of younger generations to actually change the outcome of the generational curses, and the bloodline, the ancestral bloodline, is demanding for change. And with that being said, if your parents chose to change before you, then they would be more accepting of the things that you're doing. If your grandparents chose to change before your parents, then they would be more accepting of where you're at. However, most cases that's not how this is working out. We're trying to let go of old generational beliefs and idealisms and habits, because I feel like they're more habits than they are anything else. And so you come from parents who maybe had a solid job, or who stayed in the same place. You know, like when I think about my grandparents worked at the same job until they retired. And then it was only my parents that went from job to job to job, but they always had stable income, right? It was like, it didn't matter if they left a job, they didn't leave a job until they had another job. And then you come to my generation, how it was just kind of all over the place. Maybe they had a job, maybe they didn't have a job. You know, and it was, you never knew. You know, I dated plenty of people who couldn't keep a job, and it was just very interesting, right? And that's, you look at the generations like that. And so if you guys are like myself, you come from family who was very much in this, you have to work for hourly pay. You don't make your own money outside of hourly pay. Even though they own their own businesses, they still believed hard work was everything. And this new generation that's coming up is very technological, and because of technology, it has transformed the way that we can earn income, right? And that's scary to the older generations, because all that hard work that they've done, what does it amount to? Well, they're forgetting one of the most important things, is they were the waylayers for us, right? They were the pathfinders. They set things up so that we could be in the position that we are today, where we have access to that technology, where things are easier. Hold on, let me check on my dog real quick, guys. Sometimes she gets so thirsty, she forgets she's thirsty. I don't know how that works, but whatever. So they forget that, but then they see how easily the younger generations are creating an income, and not just an income, but a substantial income. So imagine if you worked your whole life and worked very, very hard for all the things that you had, and then you have your child comes in and just basically outdoes you. It makes you feel worthless, okay? And I'm not saying that you guys want to make them feel that way. I don't believe that at all. You know, I want my parents to understand that they were the reason why I was able to do things differently. But it doesn't always play out that way because of the feelings and emotions and us not knowing how to deal with our emotions. They tend to take out their own personal discrepancies against us. So why I say screw them? Because here's the deal. If you spend a whole lifetime trying to prove to them that what it is that you're doing is worth it, when they can't see that, because the only thing that they see is that you have to work 90 hours a week in order to have just a little bit of extra income. And even then you still might be paying, living paycheck to paycheck. It still makes them feel a certain way. I've had to walk away from as many people as who have walked away from me on this journey. And a lot of that has been family. Family that has told me that I'm crazy, that yeah, maybe it can work, but it's not going to, and always had an opinion. And I realized for a long time I was only doing this so that I could prove my worth to them, so that I could wake up one day and show them that I'm worthy of what it is that I chose to do in life. But then I realized that I come from a generation and a generation before that, and a generation before that, that truly believes that your worth is the bandroll that you have in your pocket, the bankroll. And you're not. You're worth so much more than that. You think about what can you offer? Well, you have ideas, you have stories, you have interests, you have passions. Don't these things make you worthy? Yes, they do. So instead of sitting here all this time trying to prove to your family that you have chosen something that is substantial, that can potentially change the industry, when I say screw them, basically what I'm saying is stop listening to them and then come into a space of where you're just working and you're doing what you know you need to do, and stop telling them about what you're doing. It was really hard for me because when I was little, my family always made me tell the truth. Like, if I didn't tell the truth, I got in so much trouble. Well, that obviously impacted me into my younger adult years and into my adult age years, that if I did not tell the truth, I felt guilty about it. And so instead of feeling that guilt, I would tell everybody anything that they asked, even if it wasn't their business. And so my family got used to asking me questions that were not their business and them getting honest answers about it. And it wasn't until I started this journey that I learned that there are just some things you don't discuss with family, and likewise. There are some things that are very personal to self on this journey, and you just don't discuss them with other people. And when I changed and I started telling people, well, that's not, you don't have a right to ask that, or that's none of your business, or I'm not going to discuss that with you because it doesn't matter, it would make them upset, right? But I didn't let that deter me from my journey. I realized that I felt better not giving them answers about that. It's not that I was lying about it. I just basically set up a boundary on that. And so I feel like this is where you guys come in on this, is that there are cases where you need to set up valid boundaries on your journey. So say, this is just an example, but say that you guys are painters, you're artists in that way, and you know that you're going to be a famous painter one day. I believe in you. You believe in you, but your family's like, you'll never make money doing that. Stop listening to that. If you believe it in your heart and you can see it in your mind's eye, by golly, the whole world is going to know your name, my love. So what matters is that you pay attention to how you believe, and you focus all that talent on the canvas, on the paper, wherever it is that you do your art, you focus it all on that. And that goes for anybody that is creative in any one way, shape, or form. Whatever creation that it is that you're trying to bring, instead of trying to convince your family or spend all this time trying to show your family what it is that you're doing, bring that back and focus on self and put all that focus into your creations. Because I love this line, and I'm going to leave it here. Once we master the mundane, only then will the big things bow down to us, right? And that's the big anything. So it's like, you think you want to be a world-renowned artist. That's great. But to get there, you have to master the colors. You have to master the lines. You have to master the shapes. Do you know what I'm saying? You break it down into very tiny, simple steps, and you master one thing at a time. And when the mundane is just something you know you need to do, you become great. So go be great and stop letting your family determine who you are because they don't understand the journey that you're on. I love you guys. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel down below, set that notification bell so you always know when the next video does go live. And until next time, go forth boldly, my fellow creators, and courageously find creative ways to rise above in life, laughter, and love. Until we all meet again, peace out. I love y'all. Bye.